Hi, I'm Stan Farmer, Director of International Financial Planning at Walkner Condon, and today we're going to talk about 3 things you need to know about Portugal's NHR program. NHR stands for non-habitual resident. I'll just say that the first thing you need to know about the NHR program is that you do need to be a resident to opt into the program. So you follow an immigration track to have the right to live in Portugal, and then you need to be on the ground in Portugal and living there in order to officially become a tax resident of the country. At that time, during your first year of tax residency, the NHR program is available to you, but you need to opt in. If you do not officially opt into the program in your first year of tax residency, you cannot get into the NHR program. Okay, why do we care about this? The second thing you need to know. If you are in the NHR program in Portugal, most of your income coming from outside of Portugal, which we call non-Portuguese sourced income, will not be subject to Portuguese income taxes. Okay? When we're Americans out there in the world, we're still subject to U.S. taxes because a U.S. citizen or permanent resident green card holder is always considered a tax resident of the United States. Other countries don't have citizenship-based taxation. So you can hold a UK passport, but if you're living outside of the UK and you're a tax resident of another country, you don't have to pay taxes in the UK. In Portugal, like most other countries in the world, when you do live there and it is your center of influence and it's where you're spending the majority of your time, you are a tax resident. And usually that means you're subject to income tax regardless of whether the income is earned in Portugal or outside of Portugal. Okay? The NHR program changes those rules and for 10 years gives you certain tax benefits. This was intended to attract more affluent foreigners to come live in Portugal, and the program's been a wild success. So again, second thing you need to know is that you want to be in the NHR program, and the NHR program is very likely the reason why you would be particularly attracted to Portugal over, say, one of the neighboring countries like Spain or France or even Italy, because of these tax incentives. Okay, so the tax rules and exactly what's taxable and what's not taxable and how this might affect your rental properties and your taxable brokerage in the U.S. or how it might affect your retirement accounts in the U.S. It gets a little more complicated and beyond the scope of this short video, but these are the type of things that we help clients and potential clients with all the time to get their arms around how do the taxes work. And one thing that I will say, and I'll just leave it as the concluding remark about the NHR tax benefit for outside income, is that you need to strategically work with somebody who knows what they're doing and think about what changes to my portfolio, what steps might need to be taken to maximize the tax benefits of NHR and make your experience in beautiful Portugal as tax-friendly as possible before you move there. Okay. Third and final remark is, hey, even if you're earning money in Portugal, the NHR program can be very tax advantageous because even if you're working in Portugal while living there, you get a special tax rate. It's a flat tax essentially of 20% on your earned Portuguese sourced income. So it's not just for retirees, it's not just for people who are on sabbatical, it's for people who want to continue making a living and think, hey, Portugal might be an interesting, laid back and more relaxing and just an adventurous place to go do that. And then I can go spend my weekends and my little holidays exploring the rest of Europe. So those are the three reasons or important reasons. There are many other things to consider when considering both living in Portugal, living abroad in general, or living in Portugal and applying for the NHR program to consider. I've just highlighted some of the highlights. But if you'd like to learn more, here at Walker Condon, we are available through scheduling with an advisor on my international team. Myself, Keith Poniwaz, or Syl Michelin would be happy to talk to you and explore these topics further with you. Thanks.